Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
Welcome to the Movie Spell, your neighborhood master chaos. Back with you once again with a very special guest, writer-director Jeff Mandel, the brains behind today's movie. Thank you for being here, Jeff.
Well, thank you. Brains, that's quite a compliment. I'm not sure that was present at the time, but I'll take it.
Excellent. Real quick, just a shout out to one of my subscribers and somebody who always comments, Fed78, happy birthday, sir. Or ma'am, I'm guessing you're a guy. Happy birthday to you. Love you very much. Thank you so much for all your comments and your support. I really appreciate you being here in the chat. Hope you have a good birthday. I will not be mad if you have to go do birthday things and you miss this. You can always rewatch it. But sending you lots of birthday wishes your way. Okay. Today's movie is...
Happy birthday. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, and he says, thanks. Awesome. I love it. All right. So today's movie is one of my favorites. It is such a bonkers experience. I remember the first time I watched Alice, I'm like, there is so much happening in this movie that it almost felt like a treasure chest of things. You had the crazy elf puppets, the plot, which I'm not going to spoil for you just yet. We'll let the movie unspool itself, and then we'll talk about it as we go. But there's so many little nuggets of plot and character development and so many weird beats. That, like, this is just one of the most unique, not only Christmas movies, but one of the most unique cinematic offerings I've ever seen. And just randomly, during a ghost hunt of all things, I ran into the director of all. So this blows my mind that he comes up and goes, oh, I'm the director of Elves. I'm like, holy shit, you directed Elves? And that's how we met.
And Jose and I'm sorry, Master Chaos. How's your entropy going? Yeah, we met at a ghost hunt of all places, and wound up helping each other, really, didn't we? And, yeah. And I snuck you in to one that, well, let's not say that other people might have had to pay for. I don't know, but we got you in there, and we got talking, and we just hit it off. It was great. Absolutely.
And so, when this channel sort of took off, I reconnected with Jeff, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a no-brainer to have you on and talk about this and watch the movie. Sixth Sense says, hi, Jeff, this is Krista. Looking forward to seeing the movie for the first time.
I was on Sixth Sense's podcast, which anybody interested in a variety of things from paranormal to philosophical to synchronicity should take a look for. And I'm on there too a couple of times.
Excellent. Krista, reach out to me. I'd love to have you on the show. I'd love to talk paranormal with you. I don't know enough people to do that with, but I'd love to reach out and maybe we can collaborate on something. Okay, so Elves. I don't want to waste too much time because this is such an explosive experience, and I just kind of wanted to watch the audience experience this. Oh,
but I do want to say really quick and remind people, I had said yesterday when we were talking about it that I showed up in Green Bay to do the sound mix, the sound dub, and there were no Foley effects. So I spent one whole day and a night. All of the Foley in the film is me. The elf breathing, the mouse squeaking, the punches. I got wet paper towels from the bathroom and just hit them against me. And when does a director do all the Foley of the film? It was just a little 8-track studio, and we couldn't punch in. So when we were dubbing, it was one take it or leave it.
Fantastic.
That's what Foley is? Does everybody understand what Foley is?
Foley is the sound effects, guys. When people walk, somebody has to, sort of emphasize that by doing the sounds.
The uncut sound effects. You can cut in a gunshot, but you can't do clothes rustling. You can't do. It's easier to do doors squeaking and things. Well, depending. You would know that. What are you eating, Master C?
Oh yeah, tell me your snack first.
Well, in honor and memoriam of the ArcLight and the Cinerama Dome closing, I'm having caramel corn out of a plastic thing like they had, and I have my piping hot latte to do. Oh,
too hot.
Sorry, but that's exactly like the theater, so it's perfect.
Yes, there you go. Perfect. That's awesome. I have I was gonna try and make Christmas cookies, but I didn't have time. So I'm just gonna go with some Locos Tacos here, the Doritos from Taco Bell. So the movie's a little cheesy, so I thought I had something cheesy with me. Then we've got some popcorn. Gotta have your popcorn. Then I've got my Baja Blast, Baja Breeze, whatever the hell it's called. It's okay. It's kind of a Windexy taste, but I feel like that's like the traditional Taco Bell drink. And Raisinets. You gotta have movie theater snack of some kind. Let me know what everybody's enjoying at home. If you guys have snacks, I'm very curious to see what everybody's enjoying. Michael says, Jeff Mandel, I hope you used a lot of chocolate syrup in this film.
I told a story yesterday about them telling me that I was using too much blood, and Patrick Denver, Bob Denver's, I don't know, I don't want to repeat myself, but he said, when have you ever listened to anybody? And we just dumped the blood over the girl. So
That's right.
There isn't a lot of blood in this, but this was 1989, and it was more blood. And the language you're going to hear from the little kid. No kids were swearing in movies back in 1989, and these were all firsts. And that little kid happens to be the head of the studio today, Windstar Productions, Chris Graham.
And he has one of the greatest lines in horror movie history. Every time I hear it, I'm like, wow. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how that line came up and how tricky it must have been to get his parents to sign off on that. Or maybe not. I don't know.
He was fantastic. I mean, I'm sorry he didn't go into acting, but I think he made the better choice.
Yes, probably more money in the other avenue. Okay, let's do this. Let's not wait any longer. Let's go into the movie. What we're going to do is you're going to see us on the side. Oh, Tom Ford's enjoying some tacos and black tea. Ooh.
Everybody, I'm going to be sick from this caramel corn, but I'm going to be thinking how I got sick at the Cinerama Dome. You know, I saw This Is Cinerama there when it showed there for the first time. Maybe I'm dating myself. How the West, and it's a mad world. When they had 3 cameras, 3 projectors, there was a line in the. But anyway, I don't want to. Can I talk during the film a little bit or no?
Yeah, we can talk during the film, but since most people have not seen the movie, usually our comments are going to be either like, "Oh my God," or "I can't believe that happened." You know, we don't want to spoil the experience too much. We'll take a break every 20 minutes. If you guys have questions, send them in. We will address them at the break, or I will always highlight a comment that if somebody mentions something like, "Oh my God, I can't believe the elf looks like that," I'll toss it up there on the screen so we can all chuckle together. This is like a communal experience, but keep in mind, this is a labor of love. This is a movie that Jeff poured his heart and soul into. So Let's watch it from that perspective. I think you guys are going to be surprised at this movie. Macabre Cafe says, cigarettes and coffee for me. Breakfast of not champions.
It was written so quickly that nothing that you see, everything that you see and the plot just happened logically. I'd go, well, what would be the next thing? Okay, this fits beautifully. And it just went from there.
You said you wrote it in 6 days?
6 days.
Amazing.
It was a last minute. I got a call and they said, "Can you do this? Let's just watch the movie."
Yes. Okay. Maroon. One last comment. It feels weird to watch this in the summer, but so glad to see it again. You know what?
It was shot in the summer. It was shot in July. July 17th was the start date.
There you go. This is some kind of anniversary for it. So there you go. Pretend it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Here's my gift to you, elves. Dan Haggerty looks little in this. You're in for a treat. I'll have a question later,
okay.
Jack, about the Sisters of Anti-Christmas or whatever it is.
Okay.
Jeff Mandel.
Here I am.
Now? Yes. Finally. Everything has to be right. Well, how is this any more right than it was a mile back? I don't know, it just feels right. Whatever. We have to be close to Mother Earth. Get real, Kirsten. Get over it, Amy. We now convene the Sisters of Anti-Christmas. Sisters? What is this, a script?
We promote Christmas as a petty, over-commercialized media event. What's promote?
It means I didn't get any good presents last year.
Oh, I can totally relate to that.
Besides, it doesn't even look like it's gonna snow. You guys, I thought you were gonna help me figure out how to get Dave.
Oh, come on, his is bent anyway.
We are, Amy, but why just figure out Dave? We should figure out everything. We're girls, remember? We're the master race.
Killer.
I was ahead of my
Control
time.
everything and everyone. So we just have to have a bond, like a secret that the rest of the world will never know. Ew. What do you mean?
What's this?
It's our symbol, the Virgin of Antichrist. Virgin? Ew.
I dreamed this Art Deco boobs. Cool, huh?
Oh no. Isn't this your grandfather's book?
Yeah, he also told me never to come out here.
Oh, Roy'll bust if he finds out.
Hey, the candle.
Ah!
Are you okay?
Wait. Let's get out of here.
What about the ceremony?
We just have to be blood sisters. Oh.
We talked about that last night. We thought about it.
Hey, why don't you guys stop by work tomorrow? Okay. It's okay. Bye.
That wasn't forest smoke. That was steam from the birth of the elf there.
Grandfather, I was just gonna...
First was for being here without my permission. And the second was for the lie you were about to tell.
Boris Silver.
I'm sorry. I worry. What were you doing with the book?
Nothing, I was looking at it.
Where? You weren't at home? You were in the forest.
No, you told me never to go there.
I also told you never to touch my books. You have hurt yourself? Let me see.
So he really cares. Okay.
How does this happen? It's not too bad. The bleeding has stopped. Let's wash it.
No thanks, Gramps. I'll do it.
Can't see it well. There's a frog right there. He's gonna eat the frog.
Yeah, this is the best print available, guys, that I could find. So I apologize. It's a little
Are
murky.
you hurt? Good. Where have you been?
Nowhere.
How is this woman
Most
so
of Brooke and
mean?
Amy.
The unholy trio. Your grandfather said you went in his room without permission.
Yeah, I guess I was.
Hi,
If you
Raven.
broke the rules, you're going to have to be punished.
He's already slapped me twice.
Well, that isn't going to stay with you. But this will. Your savings account is history. I'm going to the bank tomorrow to close it out.
You can't do that. That is so totally outrageous. I earned that money. It's mine.
Not anymore.
Oh, evil.
Great music score. Let's be careful with this camera.
Yeah, Deanna Lund. Yeah.
What are you doing?
My favorite line coming up. Oh my god, I love it. Keep your ears open.
You pervert. I'm not a pervert. I like seeing naked girls.
I'm your fucking sister.
Yeah, and you've got fucking big tits, and I'm gonna tell everybody I suck.
Nothing between you without my permission.
Yeah,
The best.
say she's giving me all your money. Ow, stop. Give me your money back.
Amazing.
Promise?
The elf is terrible. Misinterprets this horseplay.
Timothy is shocked, so shocked he couldn't
Oh
spell
my
holy
God,
right.
Agamemnon. It's finally happened.
Cat's name
I'm
is
living a
Agamemnon.
cliche. My cat is the only friend I have left.
I talked over it. My life is a cliche. That's a funny line. 'Cause
Look, I don't mind that you turned out to be a girl. And I don't mind that you got pregnant. But just don't take off with the father, okay? Because, like, I need all the friends I can get right now.
Macabre, I'll answer your question at the break, okay, bud? I should say, Chef will. Alright, here we go. We did the best line in movie history, and now we're about to see one of the greatest puppets of all time.
everybody who knows yesterday knows this elf broke on its first shot and didn't work after that. No.
What they do?
No, he's sneaking, he's creeping.
He's got terrible vision, man. He might need glasses or something.
Yeah, it was a mistake in the genetic engineering, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, right, right. Very cool. Look at this.
It tried to kill me! It tried to kill me!
What? What are you talking about?
It was like a little man, like a ninja, only like a gremlin.
Don't be ridiculous. You were dreaming. Oh, there's your answer. It was that.
It's a fucking little ninja troll.
Don't you hurt her.
Mom! Mom?
Sleep in the dark, boy. Nightmare. Oh my god. I don't care what it looks like. That's frightening.
Nobody pays attention to me. You know, the final dub, a lot of the dialogue is lost. Oh, here comes our star.
Indeed. And it gets worse. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, our hero has awoken. Yeah, let's see how those old posters.
Can you see the name of the department store is Golem?
Oh yeah.
That's so false. I mean, that's the money that you saved to go to art school. You earned it.
Your stepmother is a royal bitch.
My mother.
Are you sure? Isn't she like too young?
She had me when she was 16. She's my mother, all right?
Whatever. She's still a royal bitch.
She just needs to get laid.
Well, who doesn't?
I can't wait until tomorrow night.
Are you afraid of getting in trouble?
What are they gonna do, fire me? Can't keep the money anyway. Just my tips. Hey guys, it's almost break. Let's go goof on Santa. I've been waiting for this all day.
Cool.
The first time I saw this, I just said, all I can keep is my tits. And I was like, wait, what? And I had to rewind it. I'm like, oh, tits.
You're gonna be gone.
Like, that makes more sense.
Here comes. Oh, let me do this.
Grizzly Adams.
Gavin, how are you? How you doing?
Okay, Hugh. It looks like Christmas is treating you okay. Got my 90-day chip. It was a real tough grind, but I did it.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Look, you're always welcome around here. Why don't you get some coffee and donuts at the snack counter? On me.
Come on, Hugh. I can buy my own coffee. And you know I don't need any donuts. I need a job. That's what I need.
Well, I don't have anything for you.
Yes, that's
We
Grizzly Adams.
contract for our security now.
Well, how nice. But I know you always need extra help around here at Christmas time. I'll do anything. Look, I'm straight. You can trust me. Give me a break, please.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry.
You know, you really are sorry, Hugh.
You take that salmon outside, mister. It's Christmas time.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
You don't want to make him angry. It looks like he'd be really...
I love Laura.
What do you want for Christmas this year, my
Theater
young
artist,
man?
Yeah.
ballet thing.
I want a Nintendo.
This is Jerry Graham's other
That's
son,
great. They're on
Chris
sale
Graham's
today in
brother.
the basement. Today only. Merry Christmas.
The little kid or the Santa?
Little kid.
Mm. Why do you keep turning to the mom? She's just nuts.
What's wrong with her? That was
Toilets in the
surprisingly
basement,
easy.
Sarah. Merry Christmas.
Here comes my favorite line.
Oh, okay.
Ho, ho, ho. And what do you want for Christmas, little girl?
For it not to be Christmas.
Why?
All right, snow. Can you make it snow?
Oral. Santa said oral.
T-shirt.
Oh, I dislike this scene emotionally.
Yeah. Wait, so what was in the bag? Just like
It was a toy. It was the toy cat that was buried on a stick that you could move it.
Oh, I see the stick now. Yeah, yeah.
He's puppeteering it, Robert.
I see it. Yeah.
I justify this. I love cats. We have cats that we love.
Take a break right now. It's the first time in 50 years at Golems anything like this has happened.
My favorite scene. To me, that girl's vision of Christmas is ruined for the rest of her life. She's all happy.
Yeah.
Hi, Santa, and Santa just.
There's a lot of psycho stuff happening in this movie, guys.
Yeah, this is wild.
Santa is for Golems customers. You're in uniform.
Yeah, stick on it.
I could fire you both, but I won't. It's Christmas.
This is another good line. I'm coming up with Ken Carpenter. There. Wow. I hate that this happens.
At least I've got some fertilizer for my trouble.
You bastards.
Crack cocaine.
Damn bastards.
The beard. What are you doing? Look out. Oh.
Oh! Santa got stabbed in the nuts. Santa has nards, everybody. People wondering.
Ouch. Ouch.
Wow. All his blood, like, from his balls came out his mouth.
1989. Sorry. That sign originally said Santa is shoveling snow, but now it says something about the reindeer. I don't know.
Oh. Oh, that killed.
Getting killed was not a bit, but shoveling snow was too much for them.
The girl's up. Nothing like this has happened at Golems in 50 years.
Sign of the times. The guy back there was using narcotics when it happened.
Here, Ken's got another great line.
Killer.
Yeah, but I don't know why you want to talk to me.
Guy tries to feel you up. You slap him. Words are exchanged. He's found dead a few minutes later with his nuts cut off. What should I think?
You know it.
He was a pervert and a drug addict, and somebody killed him. Isn't that the spirit of Christmas?
No, it's not.
Here, Aggie!
There's so many interesting characters in this. I love it. Next level, man.
Birthday at work. Santa got murdered.
I don't find
Why is she so screwed up? I kept asking myself.
I haven't seen the cat all day.
Here, Aggie.
I'm serious. I'm writing it as I go, but
Surgeon General says a pack a day will keep your lungs nice and dry. I guess things could be worse.
evicted from his trailer. Watch The Wrestler, Mickey Rourke, directed by Aronofsky. It's got this exact scene, shot the exact same way, lit the same way. Wow. I don't think that he consciously copied me, but it made me feel good because it made me think, oh, he saw the movie.
Yeah.
Agamemnon! She'll come back. Agamemnon!
Ah, now we know it's the elf, it's his vision. It's all fabulous.
That's not actually what's happening right there. Is he digging?
Yeah, he's going after the cat because he realizes Kirsten. Oh, I love this scene. The music. Right. Now, I'll explain this at a break.
Agamemnon, right? That's name?
Agamemnon. Look, her cut's healed.
Magic.
Nice cue, Vladimir. I hope you're watching it from Ukraine.
Oh, there you go. Confirmation from Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. Ryan. I wasn't close enough. Here's my patented overlapping cuts. Oh wait, no, something's pounding at the door. Window. Oh God! It's the dead cat. And glycerin's up the cat. Oh.
This is the second night in a row you're not going to get any sleep.
It was a troll.
It was a raccoon.
I know what I saw, Mom.
Vincent! Vincent!
Yeah, the grandpa's good. Oh, crazy thing.
This picture is not in any of my books. Where did you see it?
What? Nowhere.
You never saw this before?
I made it up.
What did you see in the window?
A troll, a raccoon. I don't know, a ninja gremlin.
You meant in the forest.
No, I didn't.
Look, it's all over now. I'll call an exterminator to lay out some traps in the morning.
Timothy, remember that comment.
Go to bed.
Magic.
We could all use some sleep.
We'll talk about it.
The Alphaluta.
Don't start that again. You and your damn elves. I'm sick of it.
It killed the cat and dragged it to her window.
If you want to know, I killed the cat. The raccoon may have dragged it to the window, but I killed it.
Dun dun dun! Cliffhanger right there. We're at our first break.
All
Okay.
right.
Tell us what you're going to share with us.
When you're making, and as you know, when you're making a low budget movie in a short amount of time, if the wall, like I said yesterday, if the wall falls over, okay, let's make it part of the plot.
Right.
You'll see no continuity errors in this. But one of the hugest continuity errors is we shot some scenes and she didn't have the bandage on. And I thought, oh, no, and we can't go back and reshoot. And what are we going to do? And then I thought, and I looked at the script and I saw, okay, the cut magically heals, and that actually works for the plot. And then at the end, when she encounters the place where she cut her hand and the blood dropped on the ground and the elf came up, the cut will come back. And then that will justify the bandage where she got, and it was just an accident that I think that in being able to think quickly as we all must do as filmmakers on a nothing budget. Okay, let's do this, and I think it worked better for the. I think I should have taken credit for it, as a script element. No, I think it worked better for the film that way. So that was interesting. So that's covering up a continuity error that the cut magically heals, and it makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that towards the end. We're not going to give spoilers away because there's a lot that happens that, as the movie unravels, it's way more than about elves. We'll get into that. You guys, oh man, you have no idea what's in store for you. I do want to address a question that we got. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff. You want to add something?
Well, I'm sorry. We're shot in Colorado Springs, and it's not snowing, and everybody talks about it, and that's how we shot it in July, and just everybody is sweltering hot, dressed up in coats and things. I don't know what I was going to say.
Okay. Yeah. So there are no winter exteriors, right? I mean, because it's
well, I don't want to give anything away, but the way this was written, we had, I had two friends help me work out an outline, and then Mike Griffin, if you're watching this or find out about it, get in touch with me. I haven't talked to him in 30 years. Bruce Taylor, I talk to every few days. And we had an outline, but after about, I'm trying to remember, after about the bonsai tree cutting scene, we just were off the outline, and I was just writing I was writing myself, and I was just writing to justify everything that had just happened before it, and it just kept building. And there's this one theory: when you don't have the budget to compete with E.T. or to compete with Halloween, or something, then you've got to compete in another way. So you compete by going farther out, whether it's with the plot or if it's the blood effects. You just take it to the extreme, over the top and in your face, and then you entrance the audience that way, because your elf doesn't work.
Oh my God. If you guys have any questions about that first segment, send them in now. We'll try to address them in this break. Let me just highlight some comments. Tom says, Elves has vinegar syndrome written all over it. Well, I'll tell you what. I addressed this yesterday, but I'll talk about it now at the top. Nobody has it. Nobody has Elves. Vinegar syndrome is not working on it. I have been in touch with the people who own Elves. Thanks to Jeff putting me in touch with them. And as just so you know, nobody has been working on Elves. It's sort of up for grabs. I was going to do it as part of my label, but I don't think I'm going to move forward with the label. Life is just too hectic on my end to do that. But I am in touch with Vinegar Syndrome, and I'm going to try and not only get them to get in touch with the guys who have Elves, but also pass along another film that Jeff made, which we'll talk about towards the end, which was actually going to be my first release. But life is just too tricky, and it's such a tricky business to get into. And I'd be doing it on my own, and it's just going to be kind of a headache. But we'll talk about that a little more towards the end. Now, let's talk about this line that is one of my favorites. And I'm curious, first of all, how it developed and how it went down with the parents. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, my sister's got big fucking tits, and I'm going to tell everybody that I saw them. Well, how does that come to you?
There's a British fan club, and if they get a shot of this, please get in touch with me through Master Chaos. I guess my old mail is gone. These British kids that are a fan of Elves used to use. They said, how do you write a movie where every line is a classic? Now, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'll take it. And yeah. And like you and I might be waiting in line to get in a restaurant, and we'll say a line from, I don't know, Monty Python. I don't know who you say lines from, Firesign Theater. Oh, he's no fun. He fell right over. You know, we quote funny sketches we saw on Saturday Night Live. They would go around their lives quoting Elves every place they went. Wow. Right tool for the right job. I've got the right tool right here. You know, stuff like that. And I was blown away. And the idea was another over the top and in your face. What's something that we haven't seen at this point? We haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry. I apologize, people. I have Bell's palsy, and so I have trouble controlling my lips. And we'll leave it at that. It's coming back. I look so much better now, or I wouldn't be here. My ego couldn't stand it. So I said, you know, let's have the little kid just be really foul-mouthed. I mean, that was the comment, and Bruce was with me then and helped me out on that and the other line. And I just thought that's the funniest thing I've ever seen, a little kid talking like that, the way I think little kids really talk. You know, I don't know about Master's kids, but Little Master, but you know, it cracked me up, and what can I say? How does it come? The parents didn't say anything. Chris Graham was one of the most professional actors on the set. He knew his mark. He never forgot his line. In fact, he remembered his lines so well, he did ADR, an automatic dialogue replacement, over the phone when I was in Green Bay to cover a line that didn't, and he did it exactly in the film without seeing the film. He was a real pro, and yet you can see a little bit of the fact that the line is kind of bothering him a little bit in that scene. I thought, but after that, he's great. It was just a line. It was the movie that I didn't hear any flack from anybody.
Amazing.
because there wasn't time. You know, I mean, if they we had one production meeting, and they said, "Why is the elf biting off the finger?" I said, "Because he's feral." And they said, "Oh, okay." That was the one. Oh, I gave something away, but I think it was just too fast for anybody to think. It was written too fast and shot too quickly for anybody to think of anything. I have a great story about how we edited in 2 shifts, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I took 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and we'll talk about what happened. It's straight to online, no rough cut. And when we got another moment and another break, I'll tell you about how that played out when the producer saw it for the first time.
That'll be great. Just a couple of shout outs from the audience here. Man, I got to go watch all your work. Love your approach. There you go.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel vindicated. And thank you.
Macomb says, this is the first time viewing for me. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Knowing that it had such a quick turnaround is impressive.
It was the highest grossing film for Action International Pictures, which is now out of business. And that might be one of the, with a lot of lawsuits against it, I'm sure. And that's one of the things that's holding up. Although I would think WinStar, if the people aren't around anymore, it should fall to WinStar. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, it'll come out eventually. Tony, welcome, my friend. I'm glad you're here. He says, wow, ADR over the phone. I love all these solutions. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. When you have no money and no time, you got to do what you got to do.
That, I mean, this guy knows what he's talking about. And you wouldn't, and I like to think that you and another incarnation and me both have a tendency to make our films look like they have a much bigger budget, still small, but much bigger than they really have.
Yeah.
I mean, the elf didn't work. I said it yesterday. I mean, Patrick Denver carved the inside out of the elf and stuck his hand in and worked the mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
and we're going to see more of the elf in just a minute. Maroon says, it's fun to watch with others. Thanks, guys. Yes, every Saturday we do it here, 3 p.m. on Mastercast TV. And I'll be revealing next week's movie towards the end, and it's a doozy. Here's a hint. It involves a magic egg. That's all I'll say. And with that, let's return to Elves.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
Here we go.
This is my favorite little cuts. There we go. Nice little overlapping cuts a la Slavko Vorkapich, who handled the montage department of MGM during the 30s.
Nice.
And was my mentor in college. Oh, here we go.
Not just breakfast.
Yeah.
You okay?
What?
Where's that sparkle you usually have? You look like you're a little under the weather or something.
I didn't sleep all night.
Well, don't feel so bad. I didn't sleep all night either.
Things haven't been going exactly right.
Well, right back at you, sunshine. They haven't been going too good for me.
He improvised the story.
You know, my cat got killed last night.
Well, I'm sorry about your cat. I really am.
Oh, forget it.
No, I am. I mean it. I remember when I was a little kid, I had a dog named Pew Shooter, and I loved him so much.
Looks like a lion.
When he died, I cried like a baby. So I know how
The
you
lion face.
He came up with that name. The dog's name was Pew Shooter. He had.
Get any snow this year?
I sure hope so. Wouldn't be much like Christmas if it didn't snow. Everything looks so pretty when it's covered with snow, doesn't it?
A cab.
Hey, you. Morning. Hey, thanks for the call.
You still want a job?
What, are you joking? Sure I do. You bet.
Come with me.
Yeah, hang on just for a second.
Is this how you guys got Grizzly Adams in the movie? He was in the coffee shop like, hey, you want a job?
Oh my God! Life's a bitch, Eddie. First you send and then you die. In my case, they piss on you. Hope this doesn't start to represent a trend.
The trend.
Man, this looks
Excellent idea. Perfect. We can probably get him now.
No, Ace. I'm not a detective anymore. I'm not even a store detective anymore. This is none of my concern.
He just has
I'm Santa.
magical hair.
All I gotta do is just take care of my reindeer.
Now,
Why?
this is an odd sequence.
We have always known where you were.
All the coverage was out of focus.
Your desire for privacy.
So,
we come
wait.
here now.
So it's mostly on him.
Would not be resurrected. It's true. When there is no more room in hell, the elves will walk the earth.
T-shirt.
The elephants.
Sometimes you're running. You see, I steal too. We all
knew.
Yeah.
The Rosen. What was it?
I don't understand, Doctor. What are you doing? Are you going to shoot me? I'm not sure what to do. Rejoice.
This is Mandel Rivers Bland, who I talked about yesterday with the artist who sculpted Indiana Jones Egyptian things. That's him. That's Rivers. That's his friend.
The pure genetic line. I decided many years ago this must not happen. She must have nothing to do with this.
At the break, I'll go after that.
You decided nothing. Too late to turn back now. She is the most important person on Earth. From her will grow the new order.
That's, yeah, exactly.
Besides, with you or without you, it is happening.
And that little look back. Ah. Here's my Ariana Grande moment. I didn't know in the future she would go look donuts in a donut shop and be caught on security cam. But here we are 30 years earlier doing it with...
All set?
I guess.
Guys, what do you think?
Pretty good.
Give it up.
Dave doesn't like red.
We'll get you something better. Remember, 9:30 back door.
Are you guys sure we're not going to get in trouble?
From backdoor
It's
action at 9:30.
experiences like this helps me to get over things. Besides, it helps me with my poetry too.
Life is long and life is hard. But Kevin's is thick and Dave's is a yard.
Shut up.
Whatever.
Just let me finish up here.
Next line is improvised. Watch the girl laugh.
Yeah, it is.
I agree. And on him too, because he's Santa.
See you later, Eddie.
Jesus.
This was the... Is it? No. Oh, no. This is where my edit started. This is where 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. This is where I started cutting the movie.
Wow.
With Ken Koenig operating the, collaboration.
I love all these little details about his life. You know, you can tell that there was an actual lived life there. That's a real character, not just a stock in the plot. It's almost like there's two movies in one. There's his story and then the elves. It's very interesting.
And the girls, I think the girls each have what's going on here?
Uh-oh, bad vision. What does that mean? Elves.
All right, so she's gonna take the. I love how I cut this and wrote it anyway. Look at it. I'm sorry. Wait, it's already taped. How did that happen? Okay.
Been a quarter of our lives sleeping.
Look at all that snow.
Sleeping giant waits for no man. They walk among us. Are you ready for that?
How come you never appear in any of your movies? You never have a cameo. You could have played the hobo.
I worked the elf brows in 2 scenes, pulling those cables as hard as I could. This is the only movie I've done where I didn't appear in it.
Are you kidding me? That's gotta be
Oh, okay.
It was in the book he's looking for is in section 666.
Of course it is. Eternal will adjust that at the ring.
What?
Fitzpatrick, Taft University.
I want him to punch that girl.
There's like a drinking game. Every time Dan Haggerty talks to a girl, you can put the B word at the end of it and the line works.
Tell me it was open the whole time.
No, she took the tape off. Now he's. I didn't mean to screw everything up.
Wow, we have the whole place to ourselves. Well, we have to have some kind of plan here. I'm gonna go to Sporting Goods.
Meet us in lingerie. What's that? The tape? Well, genius. How are the guys gonna get in? Oh, meet me in lingerie. God, Brooke, how lame.
Did you shoot in a real mall or is it set?
I'm sorry. That's a real department store.
Was this a real mall?
For some reason, you broke up on my computer. A real.
Is it a real mall? This whole thing?
Yeah, it's a real department store. It's a real department store in downtown Colorado Springs. Traditional, ancient department store.
Gotcha.
But there is a set. We'll talk about it for.
Mm. You lose your mind, man.
Hey, Brooke, check this out.
What kind of let-down suit is that?
No way.
No way.
Way.
I said no way.
Whatever.
Oh my God. Killer. It's not too tuna, is it?
No, it's totally hot.
What is that?
Back in the day.
This is the one. This room is the one set in the film.
Okay.
Oh, and the mother's bathroom.
Denial. Jesus. Powerless.
It absolutely does count.
This is the shot, first shot with the elf, and it pulled. It was supposed to peek behind the, and it just froze.
Here we go.
It was being moved by Patrick
Have a new
Denver.
name for us. Masters without slaves.
Huh?
Don't you get it? Masters without slaves.
Oh, yeah.
You don't get it, do you?
No.
This wouldn't pass the Bechdel test, I don't think.
I do think I need it. Try this stuff on. It's dark and gloomy.
This is just perfect.
Poor guy. Little getting into
elf action.
It's getting really late. When are they gonna get here?
I don't know, but I'm getting hungry. Let's get a pizza.
Yeah, let's get a pizza. Where's the phone?
Are you kidding? We're not even supposed to be here. Just get a donut from the snack bar.
Oh yeah, the donuts. I remember.
The floor donuts.
the floor donuts. Hit your mark. All right, we got it.
What are you doing here?
We didn't touch anything. We didn't steal anything. Just don't tell my parents, okay?
It's okay. Just calm down.
I can't calm down, okay? Oh God, just don't arrest us, okay?
He can't arrest us. He's Santa. What are you doing here?
I'm taking care of things.
No, you're not. You didn't even have a job this morning. You're the one who put the tape on the back door. See, you're not supposed to be here either.
Cool. Mexican standoff.
Well, we won't tell if you won't.
I'll make a deal with you. You don't steal anything. You don't break anything. And you clean up after yourselves. And don't bug me, all right?
Deal.
No, you don't get any Christmas present.
We don't believe in you anyway, Santa.
What happened to the beautiful youth of today? Don't you believe in anything?
Now that 3 girls at a counter in one shot was a choice, not a time saver. It was
She's spending the night at a friend's house.
that was
Gotcha.
a aesthetic choice.
Brooke or Amy, I don't know.
I understand. Friend us. No, she is not.
All right, who's getting lucky tonight, huh?
Not you guys.
You?
Right on.
You? Look, I don't want Kirsten. She's a bitch. Fag, you're just afraid of her.
Those movies can be easily turned into those sometimes. I was thinking the same thing though with the Santa. I was thinking Super Orgy.
They were supposed to leave it open.
The elf ruins everything.
Yeah.
Hormones.
Let's pry it. I got a tire iron in the car. Use the right tool for the right job.
Hey, my tool's already due.
Oh, man.
More quotable lines in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Thank you.
Killer, one for each of us.
And it's split dog, not a half dog. It's from,
Hey, who gets the half tent? Is there a half dog? Huh?
it's from the, what was that movie? Split dog, they come alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're not really gonna do it, are you?
Those guys, forget it. I'm saving it for someone special.
But how do you stop them?
Elf.
Just say no. It scares the hell out of them. They don't know how to deal with it.
I love this line.
I'd rather just go through with it than get in a confrontation.
Yeah, you got some
It's easier.
foreshadowing kind of.
Ew, just ruin the movie, don't they? Gross.
Going to be brushing his teeth with a cigarette.
God, what
Oh,
horror
yeah, pick
dogs.
Right.
Uh-oh.
I like this.
Open the alarm. Oh, find the goods.
Literally, he's just making up this German whenever he speaks.
Those assholes. Finally! Dave!
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's homeless. He was evicted from his trailer.
Stop it!
He's a homeless and vigilante ex-cop.
I'll show you what Dave's like. So good. I love putting this scene together in an elevator.
Uh-oh. Yo, what we talking about? Porno before? There you go. There you go.
Where is she? Come out. Where do you come from?
Bang! Boom, man. Kind of messed up, boy. There he is.
Now we don't hear his line; it got lost in the mix. But he says to Kirsten, JC, Merry Christmas.
Gunfight!
That's the real department store.
Oh, nice.
Give me those shells.
Shit just got real, guys.
Stop. Forget him. Scheiße. And his angel shall rise to impede us.
Be sure to help.
Jesus Christ, are these the guys you've been waiting for?
What?
Look, you see those stairs over there? Can you make it those stairs?
I don't know, a troll. I think it knows you're helping me.
That's right, Eric. And he's in the middle of a John Woo action sequence in the wall.
How do you work this?
Yeah! It's not too bloody. That's good. That's good enough.
I love this sequence. I did a good job. This whole
Full words.
to her death.
Very key. Whoa. Whoa, I'm just throwing myself.
I guess they can't really alarm about Dunkin' Donuts. Come on, we gotta get out of here.
That's pretty freaky looking.
There's supposed to be gunshots here, but never mind.
What? Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. She's covering her ears.
It's just looking, she's having a psychotic break. Dun dun dun. You know what? What's gonna happen to her? We'll find out when we come back from the break. Okay, let's.
No.
Let's talk about this sequence. I gotta keep people in suspense.
Yeah.
Let's. I've got some questions here. Let me just backtrack a little bit. Okay. Okay. Macabre Cafe asks, was everything filmed on location, or did you have to build any sets or coverage? I think we got that, but go ahead.
Well, there's two sets that were built. The Santa's dressing room and the behind the department store and bathroom that we'll see later that the mother uses. We also shot insert shots, pickup shots. We went and shot the in sequence in the Black Forest in Colorado. We had to take that drive in the middle of the night and shot all night in the Black Forest. I don't know what the utility of shooting in a huge forest at night really is, because you can only see your adjacent trees. And in fact, the scene of the elf, I don't want to give anything away, but when the elf and Kirsten get together, except for the the scene where they're, how can I not give anything away?
We'll
save it. But it was shot in the but that little piece was shot in the backyard of Jerry Graham. So proving my point. But anyway, what is it? Yes, night photography. Somebody knew what they were doing. Yeah, it was shot in 16 millimeter. Kenny Carmack was the DP. A wonderful guy. He had shot. Windstar had shot plenty of commercials, and including car commercials, some elaborate car commercials. So it came with a built-in crew and equipment, but no dolly. So anytime you see something like a dolly shot, just we found something with wheels on it and put the DP on it. You'll see that later in the library.
Awesome. Eternal Melancholy asks, is it hard for a director to edit a film to keep it at a certain length?
Okay, so many things. That this was cut directly to online. There was no looking at it and say, well, let's trim this and this is too long and let's do it. Was but I had such experience writing for television, and there's a formula you use when you're writing scripts. I don't know if you've used it, MC, but I use long yellow pads, and 2 pages equals 1 type page, and that equals about 1 minute if it's equal dialogue and description and narrative. But if you have too much narrative, if it's all action, then you know it's going to take longer. And if you have all dialogue, you know you can get it out of the way. And by the way, you can shoot dialogue really quick too. It doesn't cost you any more time to set up and shoot 2 extra lines or a whole extra page. But I already had a sense in a 6-day write. It was like writing. As I said, we wrote 35 episodes of Superforce, my partners and I, Roderick Taylor and Bruce Taylor, and we wrote them together, and it was 1 a week, and we just knew how many pages, how long it was going to be as we wrote the pages. By the way, I didn't mention that we won 6 Crystal Reel Awards with the Florida Film Commission, so amongst us, so that was pretty good. but yes, you don't know. Yes, you can answer this one too, MC. Some things, and especially when you're improvising, there's a scene coming up that Ken Carpenter and Grizzly Adams improvised together. Insisted on it. In fact, I had no choice.
Wow.
But you have a sense how long your film is going, don't you? I mean, how does it work when you're dealing with stuff?
Usually I don't edit my own movies. Just because it's very tedious work, and I'll come in and tinker and watch the editor work. But yeah, I mean, like the first cut of Blood Brothers is 2.5 hours, and I mean, well, not the first cut, the director's cut, because that to me tells the whole story. But then that's, you know, like the Zack Snyder version. So to me, that's a better version. That's what's available on DVD, because the producers butchered it and added bullshit in there that changed it. What that always happens. It honestly, for me, it's hard. It's hard to make it a certain length, but you write for it. Like if when I wrote for The Asylum and they said it's got to be 86 minutes. That's, you know, 86 minutes. The script had to be. They wanted a 90-page script, and if it was dialogue heavy, then a 100-page script. And that, you know, we would trim to 86. And sometimes the movies would come in short just because, I mean, you're shooting 12 days and you're rushing every day. Sometimes the movies would come under, and rarely do they go over. So it really depends on what you write.
For the second season of Superforce, it was shot in Florida, but we set out here at Mardi Gras in the farmers market and was writing while we're listening to the music. And I had written so much television at that point. I really had a sense. I used to know, as I said yesterday, how long 24 frames, how many seconds we need to cut here, and I had film cuts from 35 millimeter. You know, after a while, you just get a sense of these things. But
yeah,
anything could have gone wrong in Elves and gone over or suddenly been too quick. But that was part of my job as a director, was making sure that we got the script as I saw it, and I cut a couple lines out, not for time, just because I actually was thinking the music score when we edited, and I was thinking, I know how Vladimir works, and I was thinking, well, let me see, you know, this the way he's reading this line, it'll be better if we just cut it here. That allows the I don't know what I was thinking. It's just something I did. What is the question?
Macabre Cafe says, was it hard to gather all the Christmas set dressing off season? Prop house, or did you ask everyone on the crew to raid their attics?
No, these guys at WinStar, some of these people are just great people, you know, but everybody there was competent at their job, and they had been shooting stuff, so they knew prop houses. There's a grizzly bear we put in the department store, comes from a prop house. For a little Grizzly Adams joke, so that you notice it when it happens. And the clothes, you know, I honestly don't know. We had a really nice costume woman, and she got everybody together. Julie Austin, who plays Kirsten, is nothing like that. She's from Texas, and she likes these jean jackets and stuff like that. So her character, Laura's character, Stacy Dye's character, they were all created by the wardrobe, and the wardrobe. I know that we used prop houses, but I don't know that we had any wardrobe things. I think the trick is you go to a store and you get a bunch of stuff, and you keep the tags on, and you shoot it, and then you return it. I mean, that's one trick.
Yeah, there you go. I got a question from Eternal again, and then we got 2 more questions, and then we'll get back to the movie. We'll do these real quick. Because you two are directors, is it easy to just watch a movie, or do you two watch movies and think how you would have done it? Well, if you've seen my reviews on Mastercast Theater, it's obvious that I'm watching it as a filmmaker, and a filmmaker first and fan second. So my reviews are very much colored by how I would have written it, how I would have shot it, that 100% influences my reviews. How do you do it, Jeff?
Yeah, when I went to film school, I knew I was going to have to write a paper on this at some point or another, and so at a certain point, going to a movie or even watching a television show is work. That's why I love movies and TVs where I forget that I'm working and I just get into it. Just putting it, but that was somebody's movie. But yeah, I don't know if it's a good movie. I mean, I never once set. I saw 2001, I think 12 times, twice in France in French. Clockwork Orange, and I never until the later versions did I think, oh wait, how is this done? But you'll see we used as wide a lens as we could. I guess that's my in some of my other films. It was hard making things. Things were so tight there in Colorado Springs. It was hard even with wide angle lenses to make things. To make that elf look like it was far away.
Right.
It's a mix. If it's a really great movie, you forget that you forget what they're doing, and you go back and see it again to see how they did it, or you think about it, and you think, wait, how did they do that? Oh, I should have watched. And then you go back and you see it, or you buy the Blu-ray. You know, there was a period where I was torrenting a lot of Japanese and Asian films. But when it was really good, I'd go buy the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I mean, it 100%. I agree with you. It really depends on the movie. Like something like Winter Beast is, objectively not a good film, but my opinion of it is that it was a grassroots bootstrap type of film, and those guys really wanted to make a movie, and that passion shows. That stuff, that stuff that appeals to me. But you see something like Spiral, which I just reviewed on the channel, and it is such a commercial nothing, and you can tell that people seem to care, but it was just such of a nothing experience, and that's.
I have a question about Spiral. I should have just written to you. Maybe this is not the time, but Spiral was written by Koji Suzuki, a Japanese novel. It became a Japanese film, Spiral, and then they redid it at Uzumaki. None of them have any relation to Saw or anything that had to do with Spiral. I was just wondering if you were aware of the other Spirals that are out there. They're actually very good. Did you say it in your review? I didn't get to see it.
Which one?
Did you get to say that in your review? I didn't get to see the whole thing.
No, I didn't mention it, but Uzumaki is one of my favorite mangas of all time. It's just phenomenal. Okay, last question real quick. Macabre says, Master, a question for you. When you came in too short on your projects, how did you get extra time? I never went too short. Usually it was like in the case of Blood Brothers, it was too long. But I've never been short. That's never been an issue, luckily.
As a filmmaker, I doubt there's a situation where you come in too short ever. Even when you're doing a TV series that's got to be a half an hour, you're never. I don't think you come in too short. I'm always trying to speed the actors up. Right. Or
unless you have to cut out scenes, and then that's an issue. But that's hopefully rare. All right, back to Elves. We're in the middle of an action sequence. I hate to put you on.
You cut it. This is the key moment. Remember, the elf is scared of the toys, and he looks up and he sees that little Christmas elf, mechanical elf and everything. So that motivates the laugh in this next scene. I don't know many people that laughed though, but it's iconic, I would say. If somebody want to make an icon out of it, go ahead. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Back to the movie. And
there just fell on her lap. Where did it come from?
On him!
He's wearing the hat. We had elf feet that we could move on our own, and we had elf hands we could move on our own.
I like the feet. The feet are great. Lights for days. I like that. That's funny. No!
Stop! Stop! She's with me! He wants a girl as well. We must eliminate him. No, it's too dangerous now. We could harm her.
Karushenik. I don't know what that means.
Where the hell are they going?
I don't care. Let's get out of here.
Grizzly.
Brooke?
Yeah! Right.
God.
Awesome.
This can't be happening.
Should have given it a high five or something.
Stay here.
Let me caress her crotch. That's how I can tell if she's dead or alive.
You saw the symbol? Did you see the symbol?
So big ass bear.
This is their improvised scene. They worked on it all night.
Wow.
You know, Mike, you just never learn. You're one of the best detectives on the force, and you drank your way out of that job. You know the problem with you? You take that home with you. Then you drank your way out of a 2-bit security gig. Now
Jim Carpenter was in Hellraiser.
I'm telling you what I saw, goddammit. I'm telling you I saw a 2-foot elf.
Yeah, packing AK-47s, riding pink elephants. Come on, man, I want the facts.
Don't give me that Joe Friday shit, man. I'm telling you this girl's life is in danger, goddammit.
You want me to put my ass on the line?
Oh, that would be a switch.
Who's that cop that's ahead?
You're implicated in this whole thing, you know.
Well, that's why I need a little time.
He stopped me for a traffic
24 hours, pal.
at night.
I really don't know if that's enough time.
Better be enough time.
So I let him be in the...
Wow.
Look at this. You are liable for every penny in damage. Just what do you think you were doing here?
We're just camping out.
No, that's a lie.
Damn
You were
it,
planning to
no.
rob. What are you doing wearing the merchandise?
Hey, why don't you lay off of her, buddy? She's been through enough.
Oh, don't tell me she's been through a lot. What about me? What about the store? This is the busiest time of year. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, for Christ's sake. Do you think anybody's gonna shop here with bloodstains on the floor?
I'm sorry my friend's bled all over your fucking store. You want me to stay here and clean it up, asshole?
Hey, you want to hit somebody, you hit me. I knew she was here and I let him stay. You understand that?
You didn't belong here either, McGavin.
Well, if it hadn't been for him, I might be dead too.
Well, in any event, you're both fired. I want you as far away from here as possible.
He looks like an elf. That guy can play an elf.
Watch him from far away from here as possible. Don't leave town. How do I think of
What's
these things?
happening?
I don't know, but I'm damn well gonna find out. I'm gonna drive you home. They gotta talk to your folks.
They won't care.
Well, I do.
Thanks.
Just call me Mike, okay?
If you don't mind, I'd just like to call you Sam.
Well, if that makes you happy, call me Sam. Watch your head.
Yeah, dolly shots.
Yeah, we didn't have a dolly. They had a...
Well, it's not over yet.
Betty's?
No, I don't know what it was. It was wooden.
Oh.
Oh, maybe it was a dolly. Maybe that was a dolly that we could use in larger areas. I was thinking of a library when I said that, where we had to construct a dolly out of a furniture moving.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah! He's hungry.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. You were taking drugs, weren't you? You were all taking drugs.
It's true, Mom. Brooke and Amy are dead.
What your daughter's telling you is the truth. You know, I don't think you understand this, and there's more to this.
It was a troll, not a raccoon, a troll.
That's it.
I woke him
I
up.
know who you are, mister. But you better get out of here. I'm calling the police. The idea of my daughter spending the night with a man twice her age?
Don't you ever listen to anything?
I don't think you understand, ma'am. Your daughter's in great danger. These men are trying to kill your daughter. And besides that, there's that creature.
Give me the police.
You better just leave.
I'm sorry I brought you back. I didn't understand. I'm not going to give up.
911, thank you.
Hey, Dave! Why? Describe the creatures that you saw.
Would you believe me? All right. It was about 2 feet tall, and it was a troll, just like Kirsten said.
Are you positive?
Hey, look, why don't you tell me something? You tell me here what's going on. You seem to know everything that's going on around here.
You do not understand the nature of the forces here. They could destroy you.
Not for me. Oh, he's looking at
What forces? Who's going to
Yeah,
destroy
Macabre
me?
Cafe, there was
I
a
will
dollar.
protect my granddaughter. You cannot
Sorry.
help. Do not interfere. The priests are on their way. You better leave.
God, even the grandpa's afraid of your mother.
Man. You and your stupid myths.
I don't think the wheelchair grandpa coordinates his clothing. He's all brown. Yeah, he's got that swagger and he's like this. Hold on, yeah.
Method actor, he really acted like paralyzed legs when he was on set.
Really?
It's Patrick.
But yeah,
Taft University.
I don't know if it was method. It was.
Ethan,
He just wanted people to get things for him.
I'm getting you out of here.
You know what's happening, don't you?
There are many things about my past I have not told you. And about your destiny. It's a destiny I am afraid that I have created for you.
Listen to this destiny. It's not going to be revealed just yet.
There's
Just
no time
watch.
to be afraid. There are many things that I have done that I must teach you to undo. Don't back. I have things
Believe it or not, it was getting that together where I thought, oh, I know what the story is. That didn't exist before I had to find a way to justify this stuff.
Gotcha.
Do you think you can watch where you're going?
I'm sorry.
And there's no smoking in here either.
I'm sorry about that, too. Listen, can you tell me where I can find Dr. Jean Scotch's pamphlet?
It's in the library if you think you can find it.
Could you show me where it's at?
It's over there.
Thank you very much. You've been very helpful. Have a Merry Christmas.
He's a friendly guy.
This is where we had that little furniture moving thing.
Dr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Can you?
I'm Michael McGowan.
You want to stop the film?
Much of your time.
I'll just
Please take all the time you like. It's Christmas
I'll let
Eve.
people watch it. Let people watch it.
Okay.
Have my in-laws look forward
We'll
to
talk
it.
about him in a minute.
What do you need?
What can you tell me about
He's
this?
holding the book in one hand and the paper in the other hand. He goes up and gets the book and he's reversed the
It's
hand.
not Coptic.
I had to
And
cover
it's
a
not
pickup
Venetian.
shot
It's
that you'll see a
not
close
a
up
room,
of putting the book
actually.
away
Although
and
it
moving
does look like
where it
one.
made the
How
stuff in the
much
right
do you know
hand.
about your Bible,
in.
Gavin?
Gotcha.
Genesis, chapter 6. Oh, do come along.
And there wasn't enough room for me to look.
No,
You
no.
can't see that they're
God is
right
not
here. They're on the
pleased.
second
It seems
floor.
that the angels have been
We should
slipping
have
down
backed it
here
up a
and
little.
begatting with the women. Plus, that thing with Eve and the apple is still sticking in his craw. God is fed up with the entire place and decides to do away with it. But at the last minute, he relents and thinks, now there's a very fine fellow.
Here comes the
yes,
shot.
he's worth saving.
Okay,
I'll
paper
save
in the
him
right
and his
hand.
entire family.
Left
And
hand.
since God has nothing against the animals, he
Book.
commands Noah to take them into the ark.
Paper.
So
Back to the
what?
left.
So this. Now, among the creatures specified by God to be saved, it is said the little creeping things. Now, are they insects? Maybe. A lizard, right? Wrong. No.
Doc, do me a favor. What is the bottom line?
Well, I'm telling you, the bottom line is the little creepy things are the little creatures that creep on two legs. Idiomatically, we call them elves.
Now let's see if the people notice.
Yes.
When this
Let's
guy
see
has
what
his
we
last line to Gavin, what the continuity issue is,
Ugly little
and him
creatures that stand
pointing
about
and
2 feet
saying
tall.
the
However they're
punchline.
supposed to look.
Do you think that there could be an elf cult or a sect alive today that would be crazy enough to kill people?
Oh, no. But about 50 years ago, there was a group that believed in elves that did one hell of a lot of killing. The Nazis.
The Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
They believed in elves?
Oh, yes. They believed in a lot of things. You know, if you could ignore their brutality, you'd have to say they were just a bunch of crackpots.
Here it comes.
Well, what in the hell were these Nazis going to do with these elves?
I don't know. Oh, actually, Professor O'Connor. He is more up to date on the Nazis than I am. Yes.
Where could I find him now?
Let's see, it's Christmas Eve. He should be home. Thank you.
Well, I think that I've seen an elf. Do you think that I'm a crackpot?
Oh. Are you asking if I believe in elves? No, I don't. But God did.
You've been a hell of a lot of help, Doc, in your one piece of work.
He pointed with his glasses
yes.
and wound up
Merry
the fight. I couldn't fix that one.
This is one of my favorite parts when he goes to that guy's house. They're having Christmas dinner. He's like, "Tell me about elves."
Oh, I'm so sorry for the poor woman who didn't get in the shot. Kenny Carmack knew how to shoot. Oh, of course, we had a dolly. The car blow up.
Right.
Now, there was supposed to be a special effect here. As he puts this down, he jerks it, and there's supposed to be little sparks coming up, but it didn't make it. See him watch him jerk the little cross. Spark.
I just talked to the police. It seems you were telling me the truth about your friends.
Mom, I've been so
Wait, really?
scared.
Wow.
I didn't know what was going on.
Was it before or after
Wish
Elvis?
Dad were here. Know what to do.
I guess
All right, here we go.
You remind me of your father. You're a lot like him.
I am?
You're attractive. You're bright. You're independent. Impulsive. Self-centered. Narcissistic. And I know exactly what's been going on. Oh, you and your friends, you were where you weren't supposed to be. Oh, sure, it might not have been your fault, Kirsten. But it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been there. Don't look away from me when I'm talking to you. Why are you packing? Where do you think you're going?
Grandfather said I was in
Grandfather! Shut up about your grandfather. He's a total incompetent.
Why do you hate everyone? Why do you hate me so much? I wish you were dead. Dad was still alive.
Dad!
Here we go.
You want to talk to Dad? Go down to the study and talk to him.
What are you saying? Dad's dead.
Dad is in the study.
Grandfather is in the study.
Your father's dead. The man in the study is your grandfather. And your father!
What? What?
No!
Incest! That's right, you heard it here first. The grandpa is the dad of the hero.
Chinatown, Roland Polanski, John Huston, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I need to talk to Dr. O'Connor. Is he home?
Faye Dunaway. Who I just...
Is that roast beef?
I love this scene.
No, sweetie, it's roast turkey. What? Rosa, what?
Roar. I
What's
used
going
him
on,
in
Rosa?
Mother Chick too. I thought he was very good.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you, Doc.
Me too, Eternal.
Information from you, it's important.
How dare you burst in on me like this? It's Christmas Eve. I'm having dinner with my family. If you want to talk to me, call my office on Thursday.
Hey, look, I know it's Christmas Eve, and I apologize about that. I got your number from Dr. Fitzpatrick. I need you to help me out. This is a matter of life and death, and it's not going to wait till Thursday. You understand that?
You know I'm a member of Neighborhood Watch.
Come on, man. Take it easy. This is only going to take a minute.
All right, what's it about?
I want you to tell me what you know about the elves.
Elves, my God, this is a matter of life and death. Rosa, telephone la policía.
Okay.
Llame al policio,
Hey,
Rosa.
listen.
911.
By the time you get through to her, I'll be out of here, all right? Tell me what you know.
Tell me what you know about them. Two little kids, two little girls, cute.
I want to know the connection between the elves and the Nazis.
There are two schools of thought.
What are they?
One, the Nazis experimented with elves as assassination teams. Small, easily hidden, silent, vicious. They have magical powers. They can't be hurt or killed. They eat anything. They're a perfect soldier. The problem is, there's no such thing.
What else is there? Tell me some more.
Theory 2. The elves were a genetic engineering experiment. I like this one better. It mixes science and the occult. The Nazis did have some clever scientists. This was before today's technology, of course. Each elf was to house the haploid gene structure in its sperm cells to produce the master race. Once again, magical powers can't be hurt or killed. Driven to select the genetically perfect human mate, the proverbial virgin, of course. Holy midnight consummation on Christmas Eve.
Wait a minute. Tonight, you mean...
The elf mates with the virgin on Christmas Eve to produce the master race, and it will eventually rule the world. But once again, the problem is there is no such thing, no elves. Honey, would you tell these kids not to be
Daddy,
saying things
what do you mean, Santa?
Your time is up.
Do they mate with a virgin?
Daddy, what's elves?
Elves.
I love it. It's so great. Having the kids in that is just amazing.
I kind of like that. Daddy, what's elves? Elves. Lean to the camera.
Well, the dad knows so much about the
That's winter.
He's not a waiter. He is a doctor of elves, elf knowledge.
What I did, I thought.
No, yeah, he was a professor. He's cooking the turkey at home for dinner.
So ashamed. That is why you were never told. And now you need to know you are in danger.
Speaking of great teams, I cannot be demonetized because I am not monetized at all. So here we go. Feast your ass, like to say.
This is a set.
This is a set. Okay.
It was not traumatic for her at all. I would do nothing to hurt my own daughter. She was drugged and unconscious.
Jesus. Yeah.
I took no pleasure in it. It had to be.
Why?
To produce you.
Well, the mom is disturbed for a reason.
But you know, you can make a choice. You can make a choice.
Planned. It was controlled. So you would be the perfect female line, a repository, a receptacle for the pure genetic information that we thought must survive, must conquer.
You're insane.
But Kirsten, I love you. You're beautiful and you're perfect and I love you.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, you'll see.
That was her.
We're not gonna get any good
We talked
presents
about
this
that.
year. There
That was
doesn't
her
seem to
idea.
be much in the tree.
I like it.
Deanna Love, Land of the Giants.
Oh yeah.
This is what they shot in car commercials. He knew what he was doing. This is where we had 10 cameras trained on a spot that the car never arrived at. But I was with the dolly. I apologize for keeping her over. And I said, keep shooting, keep shooting. Come on in, bring it in, bring it in. We shot it as one shot there where the car did land. Uh-oh. Throw it out the window. No, okay.
What's the car? Oh!
See, we were ahead of it, but I said, go back, go back, go back. And I said, bring the car in, bring the car in, bring the car in.
Wow. There you go.
That's why there's a pause. It's one take. And his line that you can't hear well is, it's a goddamn circus. Let's see if we can hear it.
You can't stop the greatest. Yeah! Maybe this guy was pulling up to see if you were okay.
Come on. Where is she? Who in the hell are you? What are you, a goddamn Nazi or something? Is that elf yours? How many teeth you got, huh? Now how many you got?
How many teeth you got? Now how many you got? Oh, he bites the cyanide.
No! The symbol connects it all.
Goddamn circus.
Oh, you hear it. You can hear it in the screen. It's a goddamn circus.
All right. Now he's got a new car.
My brother's a doctor, an anesthesiologist. He once said that about an operation, and I used it.
Here we go. Here we go. Well said. It's on YouTube. I got this print from YouTube, so can't tell me nothing. Was it difficult? Was it difficult to get her to do the nude scene?
If you look at it again, it's a cut. That's actually a stripper's body.
Oh!
It's a very, very clever cut. While she's dropping the robe.
Don't play with my things.
Gotcha.
It's a dissolve.
Could that be Santa?
And that's her in the tub kicking. Oh.
So Deanna is not naked in this. That's the big reveal.
Kirsten!
She was there with her husband.
Mm.
Kirsten!
She wasn't cheap.
Yeah, the music is really good in this. Oh! Different body? Yeah, oh yeah. I can see that. There you go. At least we got some nudity.
Santa.
Why she call him Santa?
That's all she knows. She didn't know his name.
That's not Santa.
Really?
Hey, sport. Let me borrow that flashlight.
Don't break it.
I won't, buddy. You stay right next to me.
Well said. Mama's microwave. Good makeup.
Mom? Is she alright?
She's gonna be okay. She'll be all right. We gotta get out of here. The elf's here. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up.
What about Mom?
Come on, she's gonna be fine.
Be fine.
She's gonna be fine. She'll be fine. All right.
Oh,
Woo! we're gonna take a pause.
Getting into it. What are you doing? Okay.
We're gonna take a pause here because I don't want to interrupt the flow once we head right into the third act here.
That's right.
Question from Macabre Cafe. I think the firelight. I wonder if it was a effect lighting on the close-up or practical from the fire.
We're
the explosion.
It wasn't there. It was a combination of both, but there was a real propane fire going. No, I honestly trying to remember. I know for the crystal we had a reflector in a pan of water to give that effect, but I don't recall any fire effects. Nobody doing anything, and we had it was a very bright propane fire, 16 millimeter. We're getting it. You can see, and I think that what we saw worked better than what I had planned, was which I said yesterday was a Hong Kong succession of explosions from 10 cameras that were. This was in a vacant lot that had it went up around it like hills, and so we had two cameras on the ground, and maybe it wasn't 10 cameras, it was more like 6, and three that were up there, and another one behind me, and then we had the dolly, and the car, and we're looking at that spot, and the car just stopped. Boom! Nothing we could do, and they tied the trunk down with a chain, and the special effects guys are explaining to me how important that is. And there were a lot of spectators at night along the street around this vacant lot, and there's this explosion, and while I'm hiding behind the dolly, and we had blankets up, sound blankets, and while it's shooting, I hear a metallic cling down on the street behind the spectators, and the trunk had flown off the car from the explosion.
Oh, wow.
And could have killed somebody, but we were very lucky.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. Now, okay, so for those of you watching along at home for the first time, let's talk about this plot. It has been revealed that the grandpa is a Nazi. Is
everything gonna be okay? That we'll save that line.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's part of it.
No. I'm saying the actual line. You're going fine. Keep
yeah. So the grandpa's a Nazi. He had sex with his daughter to create Kirsten, our hero, who is supposed to be the pure blood virgin that is supposed to mate with the elves to thus create the master race. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah, I forgot to say there were supposed to be more than one elf. It was as they told me, there were supposed to be mounds of elves to create an elf army. It's mentioned in there, but of course I show up and there's just one elf, and the elf doesn't work. And I explained to you how Patrick Denver is doing it like a Muppet, like rearing back before it goes forward. I didn't like it. I love the coming. I'm not giving anything away. It's right coming up the seduction scene between the elf and Kirsten. That's what was shot in the backyard.
That's I think what's charming about the film is that there is one elf. I mean, this movie should really be called Elf. So in a way, I think it probably inspired Will Ferrell for his Christmas classic. But I kind of like that I think more elves would have been kind of manic. I think
it makes more sense logically this way, and it was written as always that this main elf was doing this stuff. But they're supposed to see mounds and mounds. And the very last scene in the movie, as it starts to snow, is flocking all around the area. There was a forest fire that burnt down all of this beautiful Colorado forest in the hillsides.
Oh my gosh.
And we drove to it so that we had all these denuded trees, just bare burned trees and everything. and you look across the ravine to the other hills, and they're just bare. And we just sprayed snow, fake snow on everything.
There
so,
you go.
It's snowing because we didn't have enough flocking to really. We didn't have a snow machine, so we see the beginning of the snow. And I gave away the end. Oh, but we don't know why that happens at the end.
Yes, we don't know that. So let's jump back into Elves. This is the thrilling third act of Elves. Enjoy.
Oh, wait.
What?
Someone just said there must be a macabre cafe again. Is very observant and asking very real questions about filmmaking.
Yeah.
And he or she said there must be a hole where he cut to control the puppet's head movements. That's exactly what Patrick Denver did. I explained it yesterday. He said, "Don't worry, Jeff." He cut. I knew we were in trouble when the elf wasn't finished when I arrived.
Jesus.
He pulled all the foam out from inside so he could get his hand in, and he worked it out so he could get his hand up into the mouth of the elf. But the elf has those teeth. So even with the cables and even with whatever they were going to do, I can't imagine the elf could never close its mouth because of the teeth. I mean, this isn't something that I planned and approved. This is what I was given.
Right.
So when the elf is seducing Kirsten, and we'll leave that to see it, when he's up with the elf hat, and at the end where he's seducing, I grabbed those cables that were mostly frozen, and I just pulled as hard as I could to make his eyebrows go. As he's trying to seduce her, he gives her a little, he looks up and gives her a little, seductive look, I guess.
Right.
So that's me on the elf brows. You can barely see them move. Took all my strength.
Well, keep an eye out for that as we blast into the finale here, folks.
You doing okay, time?
Yeah.
Come into study. The elf will not enter past the Elfenkreuze.
Get out of my way.
That was an exciting moment with the music too and everything that we were interrupted.
I must show her how to destroy it.
She can destroy it later. Right now, there's a couple of humans trying to kill her.
No, they want to protect her. They will not hurt her.
We have until midnight. They are making preparations. We must make preparations for ourselves. Please.
Let's get out of here. He's crazy.
Take it easy. I heard a ton of crazy things today. Nothing crazier than that elf, and we both saw it. If the old man's got something to say...
Crazy like an elf.
We better listen to him.
What you may have heard today is nothing. Nothing. Lies and rumors that we spread 50 years ago. Only what we wanted people to hear.
We? You were a goddamn Nazi. That's what you were. You were one of them. Tell me something. What in the hell is this? Your new party insignia?
No. That is our original party insignia.
What's wrong?
He
Are we
reaches
gonna be all right?
No, Willie. Gramps is a Nazi.
Oh.
That's my favorite line there in that section.
What I am
Gramps is a
now
Nazi.
is son.
Are we going to be all right? No, Grandpa.
I will pay the price for what I have done.
Well, what in the hell have you done?
I impregnated my own daughter to produce an offspring that would be suitable to the elf.
Suitable.
Jesus Christ, suitable. You mean...
Suitable to mate with me.
Yeah. What a dream,
Oh my
folks.
God, I can't believe what I'm hearing. These goddamn stories are true. You created your own perfect genetic line. And used your daughter to give birth to a race of army elves? The Fourth Reich? You demented, perverted son of a bitch. You make me sick.
Yes, there will be an army of elves. But the offspring of an elf and a human is neither elf nor is it human.
And it's
What the hell is it?
If you are alive tomorrow, read the last book of the Bible, Revelations. It is a very
Revelation
frightening
singular.
story that commences tonight at midnight if we do not stop.
Are you convinced that he's crazy?
She is the daughter of Elysium, chosen to give birth to the son of Elysium. He is the Antichrist.
Why don't you get your goddamn hands off of her? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I will show you. I will show you. Give me the sketchbook.
So now we've added the Antichrist to the equation.
You better show me something.
I couldn't go much farther than that.
You know what this is? It's a sketch you made.
I love this drawing. Yeah, who did that? Was that somebody just the art department?
No, that was actually Mike Griffin.
Come on.
We've been wanting to use that in something for a long time. This is it.
It comes from your dream. Your dream comes from your deepest being.
Hell.
It is
That's the
inside
title
you.
right there, man. Hell,
You
hell.
know how to do it.
Do what?
Oh man, that's
Susie,
pretty good. I'm gonna use that.
Title.
I will show you.
Let's go on Indiegogo with that.
Yeah, Hell. The sequel to Elves.
Hell.
So what about the crystal? It's your goddamn Nazi friends. You just shut up, you understand?
Ah, for the record, we have,
Oh, right.
from left to right,
Now the camera.
Herr Dr. Hiller, his grandson Willy, and our bright spark of divinity, Kirsten. What? You?
Get over there, you son of a bitch.
No, we must our record.
Tell her what she needs to know. Tell her.
No! Take them all out, dude.
You notice I played all the fight scenes on the ground.
Kirsten, get your brother. Get out of here.
You have nowhere to run.
We really didn't have a stunt coordinator, and that looked really good. Getting the punch,
Let him go.
Emile, kill him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, straight it up. There's one weakness. Not a wheelchair.
Now that hell is full, I wonder where you will go.
Run! Run, Kirsten! Go!
Grab that. Go.
Yeah, that's $1. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that horrible day in the library with the little furniture mover.
You're not going to win this one.
No! Oh, there's a gunshot missing there.
10 minutes. We couldn't punch in.
We
I
have
just had to
already
make a
won.
decision.
We won before you arrived at fall.
What did he say? I thought that was a good line.
I didn't catch it.
Oh, I can look it up.
I think the music's too loud, too.
At the end, there were no effects. And I just... Vladimir did such a good job on the music. I just played the music up for the effects and everything.
Gotcha.
We'll get lost. Good that no one can find us.
They get lost, good no one can find us. That's clever. I did that. That was Goose.
I think we've already been here. We should go that way.
No.
Oh, that's my favorite shot.
Good stunt.
Couple shots. And then I like this. I mean, nobody stops anybody in this film. And now she comes to the hole. Can't see if that's the hole. Oh, oh, it's bleeding.
Can you feel it? Magic.
Right, because then she wouldn't be a virgin anymore.
That I'm not going to comment on what might have happened off camera. I don't know.
Forgive me.
Oh no.
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Leave me alone. I love you. I love you more than anything. You are everything.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Calm down.
Said that to the girl in the elevator. Oh.
Wait, what happened? He just died?
No, the elk shot him with the Luger.
Oh!
I want to get the crystal from Grandfather's study! No!
The elk shot him.
Protect me! It's not gonna hurt me! No!
It's protecting me. It's not going to hurt me if she gets it. Good music. This is all.
No, this is the love story part of the movie.
I just didn't know how to Foley this. Throwing that sound should be in there, but it must be too low. I threw dirt. It's better than just saying no. It avoids a conflict. Oh. So many layers. The little Billy Piccolo, Willie Piccolo. Chris Graham was such a good guy. There's that needle.
Was this a real bug? Or,
Yep, irresistible look.
Oh, she doesn't want his present.
Your sister needs this. You go give it to her right now, you hear me? You hurry up. Call her, Willie.
He doesn't have any of that. Wait till you see the elk wiener, man. It's massive. I'm just kidding. You don't see it. Not really want to put the movie on a whole other level. But it doesn't go that far.
Yeah, we don't know what's really happening here. Do we?
Yeah.
I wanted to keep an X rating, I didn't want to go triple X.
Absolutely. It's a smart choice.
Look how good he is.
It's okay, Willie. Bring
I'm
it
so
to me
scared
slowly.
for him.
gonna do?
Grandfather said I would know what to do. He said it was inside of me.
I apologize in advance for the best line in 1989 to conclude the speaking. This is all just Vladimir's music.
You'll have to unpack this ending for us. Just for Dan. And he's gone. Yeah.
What happened?
It's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing.
The burned out floor.
Nothing's just Christmas. I got burned out forest and elf melted to death.
The last line from the actual script for that sequence. Wait. I'm working the heart on that, by the way.
Elves.
Thank you.
Elves. Ladies and gentlemen, friggin' elves.
Thank you. Thank you. What you just saw was the sound of a host of voices crescendos through their skulls and then dies with the wind. Slowly, Kirsten turns around and pulls herself up against that fallen tree. All around her and her brother is a calm, the frozen echo of the voice of God.
How poetic. Now, isn't
that what we saw?
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw. Questions about the ending.
Yeah.
First of all, I'll work backward. What is this? What are we looking at? Is this the next elf being?
We're looking at a little. It apparently did happen, and we're looking at a little fetus inside of Kirsten.
Oh shit! Oh man! Oh man! I did not. Oh wow! So
the master race has been. He did inseminate her, and the master race was ready for elves too.
Wow!
But AIP went out of business.
Holy shit! So we lost.
And Windstar, after RoboChick, I guess decided, we're not going to do it anymore.
My God! Well, there you go. We lost. God damn it! So what happens at the end?
I'm sorry.
What happens at the end when it comes to the rock, the whatever, the ruby? If he steps in the ground, how does that kill the elf? How does that all work?
You know, I'm not going to say cop out, but I wrote myself into a corner, so to speak. I wrote myself into the world, and now we've got this situation. But she had this dream that she was holding the thing where she drew the Art Deco boobs. She's holding a rock in one hand and a cup in the other, and she just made a guess that if she put that magic rock that the grandfather was keeping safe and put the cross in with it, if she just put it back into the elf's birthplace, that these Highland sheaths would explode and the elf would melt. And we melted an elf. And so apparently it worked.
Yeah.
Is that a good answer?
Yeah, as good as any. If you guys, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. But if you guys have any questions for Jeff about the movie, send them in now. And we'll try to address it before the end of the show. Maroon says, always a joy to watch. Great time. Can't believe I got to watch it with the director.
Yes, you recognize the name. Vincent. He designed the elf, but he was on the East Coast and he couldn't be there. He sent, I don't know if he was friends with Patrick Denver or if he has a poster of the elf and he has the elf head. If anybody knows him or if he's watching this or can get in touch with it. He designed the elf. And I don't know if he had any instructions or any, I don't know what they told him to design. I just know what the producer told me. And I'm sure it was just as clear as what the producer told me. He was probably left on his own. And it is a scary looking thing. It's just that, and it was probably budgetary that they couldn't produce an elf or that would work, or it could have even been transported incorrectly. I don't know, but it didn't work. And Patrick was responsible for manipulating it on the set, and except for the fact when it attacks Willie in his bedroom, and we just take the full foam stunt elf and just toss it out the window. You can't tell that's what it is. I mean, it just, and when it jumps down to those arms cutting, what's her name in the story? It's Laura Lichting Brooke, cutting Brooke's legs, cutting her Achilles tendon and stuff. He just grabbed the stunt elf by the help and jumped it down, and we filmed that much, and then we filmed the hands, and that, I think that sequence works. And had I known that that's the elements that we were going to have, if I was told these are the elements you're going to have, I would have maybe written the script differently. But I got there, and that's what we had, and I had the script, and they'd already set up, locations and things, and so we just made it work. And he's probably gone on to do some great stuff. I don't know that the elf is one of his better works, but I don't know what he was given with the time or the money. I don't know. I think he probably didn't have either.
Yeah, that's typical. While I wait for you guys to populate your questions, before we go, I want to show you a coming attraction of next week's movie. It's a doozy, and you might recognize it as something that's appeared in Troll 2 as well as Hitcher in the Dark. It is the film Grunt.
Ik ben nooit zo. Weg hier. Langzaam. Luister, внимание, countdown идет. 3, 2, 1, shoot!
Icarus, Quatsch, Kongonaut.
That's next Saturday at 3 p.m., my friends. It's going to blow your minds. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Let me check in with the chat.
Criticizes the gorilla with explosive diarrhea.
No.
A problem is having not a lot of money and making it look like a lot, and then people are always criticizing you. Well, why couldn't you do more? And you don't understand. We made 3 times the movie that we had the budget and the time for.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Is this the question you're referring to? I love how you kept working in the films and making it into the story. Great results being adapted instead of just saying fuck it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was, as I said, everything that happens is logical from the day I was writing before.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And and then you get there on the set and the actors contribute their little improvs, and that's good too. There wasn't a lot of it, but I like Dan Haggerty was a real pleasure to work with, because no matter what was going on in his personal life, no matter what went on the night before that he showed up and nobody thought he could perform, it doesn't matter. When you say action, he'd be there and he'd hit his mark and he'd remember his line, and he was great in that regard.
That's awesome. Sixth Sense says, enjoyed that. Some really interesting parts in the story. That elf was creepy. Hope I don't have nightmares. You will.
It's a creepy looking elf. It looks good. I wish it had worked. Even though it wasn't the elf that I was promised, had that mouth and the head moved. Now, he had a giant head that Patrick worked to shoot insert shots of, but he used a wider lens than we used, or a longer lens. I don't know what happened, but the elf face, the way it was shot, didn't match the elf. So whatever had been designed was unusable. So
gotcha. Who's your of the cast? Who was difficult to work with? Was everybody pretty cool?
No. Everybody. I'm trying to think. Everybody was very cool. Even some guys that I had some problems with that were part of the, that just came with WinStar. When it came to doing the job, okay, we'll just do the job. I always wonder that, you always hear like Marilyn Monroe is horrible to work with, and then you watch Some Like It Hot, and she's great. You don't see what happened when the time came to do the scene. She hit her mark and she did her lines. Dan and Ken Carpenter were friends, and I see it as a great compliment. I see it as saying this guy is a pro, but he would be so out of it on different substances every once in a while that the costumer would come to me and say, he's wearing the wrong coat. I'm afraid to go to him and tell him, and I say, I'll go ahead and do it. And I grab it, and it's a stone. His arm is a stone. I say, Dan, you're wearing the wrong coat. And I just put him on like that. And then, he'd go under the table, and then I didn't even worry about it. Sound, speed, camera. All right, action. And he'd jump up and say, Willie, your sister needs this. Go down. Right on cue, right on time, perfect line.
Wow.
That it's a huge compliment. I see it as, even though it might cast aspersions, and if somebody misquotes me.
No, that's good to hear. The lighting looked great in Elves. I can't say that enough. It looks like considerable time was spent on it. I liked the final night exteriors. The light appeared motivated.
Because we only had one big light that we could put up, like the moon. And the explosions, we threw more lights on. But yeah, it looked real because it was real. It was just like supplementing the moonlight. Okay, that's all we got. We had some fill. And smoke is very good at night for reflecting light. There's all these tricks.
Tom says, I'll be back for the party again next Saturday. Hey, thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate that.
Tom, I saw your comments going by. Thank you.
Charles says, I want Elves the musical. Well, you're very musical.
I'm working on a musical now. We'll talk about that some other time. But the Elves the musical, you're joking, but maybe it could be done.
Well, I'm just going to hint at it now. Jeff is working on a musical that he may or may not need to kickstart in the future. So I'll keep you guys posted if you want to help.
Thank you.
Want to make that a reality. I'll keep you posted on that. Let's see. This one was Jeff.
Besides shelf, I can't think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The one with Jeff Tubbs at the Bruce Lee party. Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, too kind, but thank you very much, Timothy.
You could say that you could tell people you beat Bruce Lee.
Ow!
There you go. Eternal says, thank you both for tonight. Thank you, Eternal. I appreciate it. I guess that's it. Next week it's Grunt. Obviously we're still going to be going daily. So tomorrow, Little Master and I are going to be reviewing the hell's it called? Urban Legend box set from 88 Films. We actually just filmed that before the live show. So that's coming tomorrow. And then next week, I'm going to be getting my Vinegar Syndrome box set. My big old box is coming Sunday. Should be here Sunday. So stay tuned for reviews of all the new movies. And we're also going to plunge into Severin Films coverage because that sale is right around the corner. So lots more fun to come.
You do a great job. Oh, you're still plugging. Go.
Oh no, that's it. That's it. You can praise me now.
you do a great job. You're good at many different things, but this you made me feel really comfortable, and I appreciate you appreciating Elves, and thank you so much for having me for 2 nights. I feel honored. Was there anybody else so far?
No, you're the only one that's
I'm a first, and I could talk for a 3rd night too, but I won't bore you.
We might bring Jeff back. There's a movie he made that I'm in the possession of. It's a lost film, and it's quite interesting. If I do get a chance to show it, we'll have
show it. We could show it here as a premiere.
We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, if Vinegar Syndrome's interested, then they probably want to keep it under wraps. But we'll see what happens.
I'm not unwrapping anything yet.
Just Dave says, Jeff, thank you for your time. I enjoyed the movie.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate all your comments and everybody that stayed with it through to the end. I really am blown away. Thank you. And
Timothy says, bring him back. He'll be back. He'll be back. For those of you who missed the first part, last night I had him on Hollywood for 2 hours, and we covered his entire career. If you guys missed that, he talks stories of elves that you didn't get here. We didn't want to repeat a lot of the stuff. For those of you who missed it too, he kept saying Patrick Denver. That's Gilligan's son. So Gilligan's son.
Gilligan.
There you go. That's some trivia.
So I had Patrick Denver looking exactly like his father. We can discuss that psychology another time. Sticking his hand up this elf and moving it like a Muppet. Because he studied puppetry in New York. He said, don't worry, I'll do this. And he's always rearing up and going towards the bug, for example. I'm looking at Gilligan operate this malfunctioning elf, and I'm just thinking, this is low-budget filmmaking at its finest for me.
Amazing. Guys, Jeff has more to share, and maybe we'll have him back on and we'll talk the paranormal. Krista, if you're still here, reach out to me. My email is in the description. I'd love to have a paranormal panel and we can talk ghosts and all that good stuff closer to Halloween, because I want to dig into all that stuff. I love the Halloween season, and I love to extend it.
I could talk about some stuff where you were going nuts with something under the bed. That was a crazy night. Paranormal night.
That'll be a lot of fun. We'll have that happen.
I liked your Whaley house and your Coronado hotel. That was fun.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, those it's fun to revisit those places. Those videos never do well, but whatever. It's my channel. I like to have.
It's a different crowd, but
Yeah.
you could branch out to both crowds. There's something for everybody in what you do.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm gonna stop doing reviews for new movies because they never do well on my channel for some reason. They never do well.
No, that's very interesting. Sorry.
No. So what happens is like I did Spiral and it didn't do great, you know, in terms of numbers. But if I did, you know, some bullshit from Vinegar Syndrome that no one's ever heard of, it overperforms. It's crazy.
That is interesting. Probably because you can see a mainstream film on Netflix. Well, you can see a lot of Vinegar Syndrome type films on many of these channels, but Netflix has been doing some good Korean shows, and I'm upset because I watch Asian films for the music. You know, Nakata, Supercell, Egoist. I love these groups and I love the music. And now I don't know if it's them trying to appeal to us or if Netflix instructions come down is get American bands, do songs in English. And it just really upsets me. If anybody else is upset, let's write in.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, pals, let's call it a day. Just a reminder, this is not monetized. YouTube will not let me monetize. So if you want to help your pal out, links in the description. You could buy me a coffee as a thank you, or you can become a patron and unlock some exclusive footage and videos. Today, I just dropped a review of The Erotic Adventures of Candy over on Patreon. It is an uncensored review, which means I do show clips and pictures. So keep that in mind. It's what I'm calling Master Chaos After Dark, Master Chaos Theater After Dark, I should say. And
my Bell's palsy will be more healed next time you see me, folks.
Yeah, there you go. So he'll be back. We'll have him on for some Halloween paranormal adventures, and we may mention elves. And if there's any updates on future physical media releases, we will keep you posted. Jeff, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, MC.
And my friends at home, thank you very much for watching. It's been an honor to share this time with you. A little Christmas in June. What a better time than when it's getting hotter to watch a Christmas movie about incest created Nazi elves with the plan to birth the Antichrist. I mean, we've heard it before, but this is the best version of that old chestnut.
Keep the entropy going.
Yes, there you go. And like Just Dave says, have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be here, and Jeff will be back one day. I hope you'll return, and I appreciate your time. And remember, I love you. I love you just the way you are. Jeff and I remain to be continued.